Mr. Zolik, how are you tonight?
Okay.
Mr. Zolik, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good,
Wow,
good.
it's Tuesday night.
Yeah. We decided to, we're trying to take the Skype thing to the new level. Or Skype, what are we using now? Google Hangouts or
Yeah,
whatever?
this is Google Hangouts because this is what our special guest
Yep.
has.
I know you'd been wanting to talk about trying to do this, so when we interview some of our guests, like last night we had on Mike Miller for the president of the ITPA, and we had Steph Doss on from Country Smokehouse Meats for our interviews, but you thought it'd be kind of neat if we could either use Skype or Google Hangouts or whatever to actually show their face while we're interviewing
any
them.
type of video chatting. It could be anything.
Yeah.
There's so many different types out there, and I think it just add an extra element.
To
And
the
so
show.
instead of just listening to someone that we're interviewing,
Yep.
they can actually see them in person,
Yeah.
and you kind of get a little bit more interaction.
And then we had our first ever, we called it This Week in Pulling with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We're not sure if we're going to call it This Week in Pulling or we're going to call it BSTP Weekly.
He pulled the Dolly Parton.
But we're going to welcome Matt Ingham here, the founder of Wisconsin Pulling Promoters.
Yes.
And we're going to try our first ever little back and forth chat. So Matt, how are you tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no, you do a lot for the state of Wisconsin for pulling, and you work with us a lot in Richland Center for Motorsports Mayhem and Churn and Dirt and Hybrid Redneck Rally. And you're an asset to our events. We really appreciate all that you do, and you are the go-to for the state of Wisconsin if anybody wants to know to go. Because you have everything in the pulling world for Wisconsin pulling, so we really appreciate you doing that. And I know you do your show on Wisconsin Pulling Promoters. So if you're just joining us right now, again, my name is Jason Schultz. I got Ryan Zolik sitting next to me, and we're doing our first ever live Facebook video with the two camera thing going on here. We got Matt Ingham down at the world headquarters. So what do you call it again, Matt? Your house?
Wisconsin Pulling World Headquarters.
Okay, awesome.
World Studios. Yep.
Let's talk about your show a little bit. 2 Court Short. What do you got coming up tomorrow night? What time is it? Where can people find you? What's the scam?
Well, I think the whole idea of this show was something that we were going to hopefully do down the road because we really wanted to build it up, and all of a sudden we're doing it tomorrow night, and it really took off. We're going to have Mark Hawthorne on. Of course, everybody knows him with the Greene County Fall Nationals.
Yep.
And I mean, this show is really about that, but it's about so much more. It's about pulling, benefits, charity, everything that pulling does to help out the community. So it's really one of those, kind of milestone shows that we're really excited to get to. So.
Yeah, so let us know where you're watching from tonight. We got Brian Feeding checked in. We also have, who's that?
Byron Cunningham.
Byron Cunningham. All right, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. And, pulling, most promoters start with it's a charity event or they want to do something to raise a little money for their town or, to get people in their town. Like what our events have done for Richland Center, Matt, it's huge. We've put pulling on the map in Richland Center. We host 3 pulls a year ourselves, and there's the fair pull as well. When we took over that fairground started helping with that. There was a 30-foot wide pulling track with no bleachers on one side. Now we have a 100-foot wide pulling track. We've had 3 pulling tracks going at one time at Richland Center before, so it's exciting for all the fans to be able to do that. So,
no, I mean I can honestly say from my end that being around Wisconsin, all the different events that a lot of people they talk about what you guys do and what Richland Center has done for so long, and it really stands out as one of those special all around full day type of shows. So.
That's what we try to do. So you're going to have Mark Hawthorne on tomorrow night from the Greene County Fall Nationals. How many years in a row now have they won the Badger State Pull of the Year?
Oh, jeez. That's
2? I know they won at least 2 in a year.
Yeah.
But, Matt, when you talk about that pull, there's a couple polls that come to mind. Bowling Green is unique because of the people, the fans. That's what makes Bowling Green unique. You get 20 to 30,000 super crazy, passionate, almost like NASCAR racing style type fans into a stadium. What Mark Hawthorne and that team for the Greene County Fall Nationals does for that community, every time there's any crisis, anything, a kid lost his dog or there's been a bad car accident or a fire, the Greene County Fall Nationals come running to help. And the support from the community, the people, the founders, it's amazing what they do. And it truly inspires you. It truly inspires you. I want to buy every raffle ticket I can when I'm down there to help them out. So,
yeah. No, and it kind of has more of a special feel for myself and for Sean because we live in Greene County. So it's just, they advertise up and down our roads and we see all their signs and we know exactly when it's going to happen before it happens. So.
And they've done a really good job with it. The show moves fast and very few polls can keep a crowd all day like that.
11 classes on one track and to get done in 7 hours, 8 hours, that's pretty good. That's moving.
Yep.
And of course, and I know we'll talk about more of this tomorrow night, but I also like to remind people, they got the Facebook page. I follow it, and I find it just to be so awesome that they, throughout the year, they remind everybody all the different things that they do as far as giving money back. It's a gift card here, or they buy something there, and it's phenomenal what they do for the community.
So if you're watching the show right now, we're kind of doing a little test run here with Matt Ingham from Wisconsin Polling Promoters. This is Jason and Ryan sitting in our Richland Center studio where we do Let's Grow Polling and also the new Badger State show on Monday nights as well. But this is the first time we ever tried the video.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know what you
like
think.
Setup,
the sound, if it looks good. I think it's pretty cool, Matt, to be able to see your face and as we're talking to you. I mean, we can still interview people on the phone, but hopefully.
Yeah.
But Ryan just texted me tonight. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming up to the house, and we're going to try this out."
Well, you kind of did this to me last night. Like, hey, you're going to do a show. So,
well, it's impromptu.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's cool.
No.
This is how we take it to the next step, and we like to be leaders on this Facebook Live stuff. We know it reaches a lot of people. Let's Grow Polling last night reached over 60,000 timelines. The Badger State show reached over 60,000 timelines. But because of all the shares, the comments, the likes, that's what we all know. That's what makes Facebook's go. And Facebook isn't everything, but man, it is a big part of what people do today for looking for things to do. So,
yeah, I mean, we've had we had 35 people watching.
That's not bad
on an impromptu
Tuesday night.
With no promotion whatsoever.
And the Bucks are playing right now in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the Brewers are playing. They're whooping up on the Cubs right now.
I know the Brewers are playing kind of good. That's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
But what else?
That means they're going to tinker at the end of the season.
What else is going on in Wisconsin polling promoter land? What other polls have signed up with you for the extra promotion that you provide?
Well, we just signed on with Colby Pullers Club up in Colby, Wisconsin. So that's who we're going to be working with, and then we got a couple other events that are kind of in the works. So we're really kind of trying to expand the show. We're working with NEW a little bit more. We're going to be talking about a potential road show coming up with them. So it's kind of the next big thing for what we're doing right now.
Cool.
Yeah, and I know you're going to be announcing up in Maribel as well.
Yes. Yeah. One word from Jason, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call.
Well, I think you'd be a great polling announcer. The knowledge, it takes knowledge. You need to have a little entertainment value, a little personality, and you fit all that. You're not much to look at, but I mean, we're proving that tonight on the. But no, seriously, you'd be a great announcer. I don't like to announce as much as I used to, but
Andy Jamison from Georgetown, Ohio.
Nice, welcome, Andy.
So we got Georgetown, Ohio in the house.
Checking it out. So, what's that picture that's in the back behind you right there? What track is that?
That's actually my hometown.
That Turtle Lake?
Yes, my amazing now ex-girlfriend gave that to me as an awesome birthday present.
Awesome. That's a cool picture.
Yeah.
It's a cool picture.
Yes.
So, well, cool. Well, I don't know. Thanks for doing this tonight, Matt. I think this is something we can both, improvise into our shows as we move on. Ryan, I think you can get it figured out. Ryan got it figured out. It took a while tonight, but it looks good. I mean, we got the sponsors.
Yeah, you have to go back and look what I put on, the sponsors around kind of to fit in because of the two screens, so...
But it looks good. So, I like doing this. I think this is good for the people to see it too. I mean, if we're interviewing a poller and they can Google Hangout with us.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the thing with pollers is technology wise. It depends on.
I mean, we get the wife or the girlfriend to help us.
Yeah,
out, so
probably like a 10-year-old kid, probably.
Yep.
But
no, I mean, I couldn't do this without you, Ryan. I mean, this technology stuff, I'd still be sitting and spinning.
Carl Denson says, "How are you guys?"
Good to see you, Carl. We're just chilling. So let us know how the video looks. Let us know how the how the sound is.
Mike Champer says hi.
Mike's a good dude. So,
Mike's going to join us tomorrow night.
Is he?
Yeah, one of our guys will join us on the phone.
What are you going to pick his brain on?
What's that?
What are you going to pick Mike's brain on?
Mike's going to call and talk to us about the Wrightstown poll and what they do to give back, and then we'll also be hearing from the Stanley poll to talk about what they do.
That's Stanley's 4th of July, right?
Stanley is the same day as the benefit poll for Sauk Prairie.
10th?
Yeah, June 10th.
Yeah, and that's the same day as Ellsworth, too, right?
Yeah, you're thinking of Thorpe.
I'm thinking of Thorpe Dairy.
Which is around the 4th of July week.
Yeah, they call it the 4th of July. But
yeah, and the poll's on the 8th.
No, but it all depends upon the weekend and stuff like that. So
normally you kind of do it the weekend before if it falls on.
Hey, flatten out your logo a little bit so everybody can see your Wisconsin on your chest there, Matt.
What's that?
Flatten out your sweatshirt so they can read your logo better.
Oh, so you moved
on you. On you. Your logo, ding dong.
We don't want a close up.
It's a little too. Our brand new shirt should be in house soon, so we got some pretty cool new logos.
Yeah, we can almost see your logo there on your sweatshirt. It's a little wrinkled up, but it looks good. So,
well, your sound could be a little bit better.
Well, so could yours, but we'll figure this out. No, good deal. We're having fun tonight, and thanks for doing this. I think this is something that you can, like I said, implement in
Legends
your show.
are in the house.
Kevin Dixon.
Yes,
house.
he says it sounds great.
Ask Kevin if he has Skype or Google Hangout. We could call him up because we got the Legends
Well,
coming
he can
up.
hear you.
Right,
talking.
no, I'm asking him right now.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you have a Google Hangout or Skype? We'll call him right now. We'll hang up on this ugly bad guy from Southern Wisconsin.
Wow, you got booted right away, man.
And well, the crowd voted him out.
I'll send the bill in the mail.
Send the bill in the mail. No, hang on a little bit. We'll see if Kevin can get on with us. That'd be kind of fun. But no, we got the Legends coming up, Matt. You remember the Legends were up in October? The Legend Pullers?
Yeah.
And we got them coming back with Churning Dirt in July. And they're going to make 2 passes for us. We're excited about that. And they've kind of really stepped it up this year, Matt, with their schedule. I know they're going to be at the Sullivan Pull, right, here in April?
Yep, yeah, I believe so. The Memorial Pull there, I think
Okay.
they put on. I believe that was their first one. National Tractor Pullers National
Tractor Pulling Legends
Series.com has their full schedule.
It's pretty cool. And I think that's another. I don't want to call it a gimmick.
He's
but
like,
it's something
I don't
different.
think so. How do I get one? So,
Okay,
we'll
we'll have to figure
if
it
you
out.
if you have a Gmail account, you have Google Hangout. So
Right now.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
All you need is all you need
I
is.
don't even realize that they have it because most people don't realize what comes with your Gmail account.
Suspected spam. I'm going to call this. So,
Oh,
keep talking
Jason's
to Matt,
getting,
and I'm going to call Kevin. It's probably somebody about mayhem. This is Jason.
But so Jason, of course, had to go on a phone call as always. So he just leaves me hanging like normal. So that's typical
Sounds about
here.
right.
But if you're wondering about where Google Hangouts is, if you see the 4 boxes in the top right corner, you click on that, and then you can kind of go through all the Google. You got Google Docs, you got the G Drive, where you can store stuff online, and Hangouts. It'll just say Hangouts, and then you can basically work just like Skype, and anyone that has a Gmail account, you can talk back and forth either through text like Facebook or through video chat. So it works pretty neat.
And if you have an Android, it's obviously already pre-installed.
Yeah, because and then of course now probably the Google Pixel if you have the Google phone now as well. So it's nice. It's probably amazing what people don't realize what they have for free technology. It's right in their pocket now. So
Yeah, sometimes we find out why it's free.
yeah. Yes. So if you're just tuning in, we have Matt Ingham with the Wisconsin Pulling Promoters. We're kind of doing an impromptu show. We're testing out some new technology, I guess you could say, for our live shows here. We have video calling with Google Hangouts, and just remind people what time is your show tomorrow, and who you have on again.
Tomorrow night we're going to roll at 7 o'clock Central. I normally say Central because most of our people are Central, and it's going to be featuring Mark Hawthorne of the Greene County Fall Nationals. He'll be on to talk about, or he'll actually be in studio because he lives just down the road. He'll be here to talk about his event, get all the down and dirty of that, and also just really focus in on how they give back to the community, kind of really focus on how the pulling world and all the things that they do for the community. And then we'll be joined by Mike, who is going to be talking about Wrightstown and the wrestling club pull and all the things that they do. And then also Paul from Stanley will be talking about that event. So.
Yeah, I know you've been doing a lot of, so you can follow him. He's on Wisconsin Pulling Promoters on Facebook, and we have a Wisconsin Pulling community now as well. If you want to join that and get involved with that, you're always posting a ton of polls. What's the latest one that you've done on your page for poll-wise? Do you remember which one was the last one you did? I know the big one was with the top 3 polls. That was a good back and forth conversation.
That was really the big one that I knew a lot of people would talk about, and then we kind of got off topic and started talking about Utica, and I mean we can't say enough about that one, and so it really turns into a new story.
Yeah, and so we haven't had. Let's see, we're still at 45 people, so that's good. We haven't dropped off, so we haven't scared anyone away yet.
I'm noticing that when one of us talks or when I talk, it cuts the volume off.
Yeah, well, yeah, because It's all going to probably depend on your speakers and mics, because you kind of sound a little bit echoey because you're using your laptop speaker on your webcam, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, the sound's getting a little iffy now.
Can you hear me, Matt?
No, the sound is really bad now. So we got some bugs to figure out.
Yeah, and and even when you're watching national TV, when they're using like a video call system, it goes in and out with the internet service and different types of so there's so much broadband being used, and it all depends on that as well. So
Well, at least we know now what does and doesn't work.
yeah, it probably only lasts for, let's see here, what do we got here?
If you guys are listening, what are the other what are the listeners out there?
Yeah, there's now like a little bit of a lag time coming in. That's probably because of the bandwidth we're using.
Yeah.
Which is, that's probably going to be one of the downfalls with doing a video. People aren't familiar with like the bandwidth. We have 2 video calls coming in simultaneously here, and that's a lot of bandwidth going through the internet speeds, and the voice will kind of lag the video a little bit.
I think Facebook shuts down once Jason leaves.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have a little bit of control over that too, over how well your show's being run as well.
Yeah, if we're not using Facebook products, they don't like it.
Yeah, they probably don't like all and then of course we have all our logos up here too in the video that's streaming. So
You need to get Facebook online with being a sponsor.
yeah,
Then they'll actually care.
Yes.
Well, I think we milked this for as much as we can.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so. Tomorrow night, if you want Green County Fall Nationals, Wisconsin Pulling Promoters, they'll be going Facebook Live 7:00 Central Time, and you got Mark Hawthorne, and then who was the other guest again?
What was that?
Your other guest?
Oh, we're gonna have Mike, who's actually
Yeah. Oh
following.
yeah, Mike Champers, right?
And then Paul Clark.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm using a professional microphone where Matt is using his mic off his webcam, so that's probably why his sound's even a little bit more distorted than normal.
Yeah, I mean everything sounds bad at my end, so I can't tell what is what.
Yeah, there's a lot of processing going on right now, and that's part of the bugs with technology. And obviously, if you had it set up on your voice call where you were using your microphones, you would probably sound obviously a lot better. But this was so impromptu. We called you like 20 minutes ago, so
It's setting me up for failure.
yeah, that's Jason's fault.
I assure you, tomorrow night it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We need
Mike says shoot him a message for a call number for tomorrow night.
We'll do, Mike.
He says he's out of here. Yeah, this is pretty low budget. We could tell you that. This is as low budget as he probably can get. So
we need more sponsors.
Yeah.
Hook us up.
Nathan Nelson said, "Yeah, this seems pretty low budget."
Maybe we're doing this on purpose. That way, people actually have to, sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh man, the Bucks just lost by 6 points. Hey, they come back to Milwaukee. I think they can win the next 2 at home. So, right? Do they get 2 games at home now? Right?
Yes, it goes 2-2, and then I think it's 1-1-1.
And the Brewers beating the Cubs 7-4. They're on fire. So I don't know if you're a Brewers fan or not.
I'm actually a Twins fan. But, I do like to see the Brewers win.
Skype?
Both on Skype. You keep talking to Matt. But
We'll see how that works because he's using our camera, so we'd have to dislodge with Matt. So we'll have to say bye to Matt.
Love you, Matt.
It's been
Thanks
fun.
for taking some time.
Thank you, Ryan. It was fun working with you, Ryan.
That's
Have a nice
Matt
night,
Ingham.
Ryan.
Have a good night. That's Matt Ingham of Wisconsin Polling Promoters. And, well, you can catch him tomorrow night at...
So Kevin's trying to log into Skype right now.
Okay.
Send us a request.
Okay. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're live on Facebook and trying to get a Skype call.
But we could do this with him in the future then.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
NTPL, off the NTPL
Yeah.
website. This is good for them.
Yeah, so we'll work on this here.
We'll stay live on beer money. That people seems low budget.
Oops.
Nathan Nelson.
Yeah. This is as low budget as...
Hey, there's a lot of money in tractor pulling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have what's his name?
What's your name on Skype? Yeah.
Yeah, so now everyone's going to see Facebook Live,
What's
how
that?
to use a Skype call.
I'm saying it again, Kevin. Sorry. K-Man. 00, you said?
It should...
13, 013. Type in 013 up there. 0013. 0013. Let's see if that finds him. Kevin Dick, that's him. All right. So
Okay.
you haven't chatted on Skype yet. Say hello. Let's hit video. We're calling you right now. Yep, I can hear it. Hit the answer. Actually hit the video.
Okay.
That's the bottom left. The extra
I hear him.
Yes.
We have volume, so we can hear him.
Hit the video camera on your bottom down by your microphone. Do you see that? There
Oh,
he is.
yes.
Hey,
Let's
Kevin
bring him
Dixon
on
now.
here,
I'm going to hang
so-
up. Now we can talk online.
Can you hear us well? Okay,
Hang up your phone, Kevin. All right, cool.
there we go.
So we got Kevin Dick on us with the National Tractor Pulling Legends Series.
Wow.
How cool is this?
That is awesome.
See, we're learning.
Yes, and he learned something new tonight too, I bet.
Kevin,
Yeah, it didn't take me long to get a Skype account. I didn't even know what I was doing.
That's okay.
Hey,
So-
that's all that matters.
So what's going on with the Little American and the NTPL? I know you guys are coming up with the Sullivan poll. Is that kind of what's going on right now?
Yeah, that's a week from Friday. We're going down there Friday. The Sullivans are going to make a pass with their big mod at the end. I think right now it's Joel Rathke, who was up at Richland Center last year, is going. Mike Ott with his 4-motor
Nice, right.
tractor. I'm going to take the Spirit, the 76, and Gary Grimm is taking the turbine powered Sassy Massey tractor down. So we'll be at least 4 of us. Rick Pilner with the City Slickers trying to get it ready. Not sure if he's going to make it or not. So 4 or 5 of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that'll be a great show just with the 4 or 5 of you.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Looking forward to it.
So it looks like, how many polls do you think you're up to now? I know I put you on the spot tonight, but how many polls
No.
do you guys have booked?
I think we're right around 13 or 14.
Yeah, I think I knew after talking to you last year at Bowling Green, Kevin, that you guys are onto something with this, and you've done a really good job with your Facebook page and the promotion of it. And then people are really, the history of polling, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people 40 years or older that still remember the good old days, if you will, and
Sure.
they're really into it, Kevin, and what you guys are doing and bringing the tractors back, and it's just so cool. It was so cool having you guys again in October in Richland Center. We're really excited to have you back July 22nd in Richland Center again. And I just think what you're going to add to the show, and I keep talking, you know, I always talk to you a lot off the air, if you will, but we talk about the entertainment value in pulling. And I think what the Legends do is it adds that wow factor to the poll because it shows what it used to be, what it is today, and there are people that still would rather see, you know, what it was 30 years ago, if you will. And I think it's a nice mix. I'm really excited about all that.
Yeah, I'm interested in everyone's opinion because I grew up around it by default. So it's, you know, I don't have a fan's perspective per se, but I'm very interested in that and how we can fit in to, we don't want to replace any classes. We want to add to the entertainment value in showing some of the history of how things were years ago and how they've developed to where they're at now.
No, I agree 100% because it shows it good, and the fact that you guys have the safety rules to make things safe today. is even better. Because you're taking the old chassis and stuff like that, but you guys got good running equipment. And I think again, you're not going to fill up an hour worth of entertainment, because I don't think that's what people came to see, like when they're going to a Sullivan Poll or things like that. But it adds that entertainment value that you and I always talk about. So
absolutely, yeah, and that's what we're after. And we get a lot of good comments and a lot of people, Grandpa bringing the grandkids over, and well, this is how it was in my day, and they get a really big charge out of it. And we like to get the younger folks up on the tractor and get a picture of them on their smartphone and something to take home, and we get a real charge out of that. We did a lot of that at Richland Center. It went over really, really well. We're looking forward to coming back up there in July.
Well, with us being so close to Toma, I know you had commented, a lot of people had said they'd seen the tractors in Toma years ago, and that meant a lot to them. You know what I mean? It was a history lesson for me as well. So.
Oh, yeah. They came up and said, well, I saw this in whatever, 74, 75, and I never went to Toma until 1989 because it's quite a haul for me. But I've been there 3 or 4 times and Richland Center once, and coming back this year. So we're looking forward to that.
What do you? How is the sound on? Like, how do we sound? Do we sound blurry at all to you? Because you sound really clear on our end.
No, you're very extremely clear.
Good. That's kind of what we're doing, is testing this out tonight. I just shared this out to the Legend page while we're talking. I shared it to your Living on the Edge page as well too. So hopefully some of your family and friends and fans are watching. So what's going on in the Legend world right now? Like, is Super Banana going to be back out? Anything new that we can kind of talk about? Because he broke at Bowling Green, right? McVeigh did?
He had 2 issues. The clutch. He had a pedal clutch in it. He's got a slipper clutch in it now. 11-inch 3-disc, I believe. So that should be plenty to hold the power that he's making. And then I don't know if you saw him at Bowling Green on the right side, on the driver's right side turbo, the tube that returns the air from the turbo into the blower on top popped off as well. So Larry's working really, really, really hard and on it, and very motivated, and he plans on coming to Richland Center as of right now. I think his first pull is he's planning on Bargie's PPL pull on June 16th and 17th in Greenville, Ohio.
You guys were there last year, and that was also voted the PPL pull of the year last year as well. So that's exciting. I mean, you're pulling in some pretty pretty high stake events. If you know what I mean, when you get to be at Bowling Green and like I said, they're Bargie's pull.
Yeah, well, one interesting piece. I'm restoring the Little American, which was the 7,000-pound modified champion in 1977, and Ron Bargie drove the tractor that season in the 7,000-pound class. My goal is to get Ron Bargie back on that tractor at Bargie's pull 40 years later.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If you're just joining the show, we're interviewing Kevin Dick right now.
We do have a question.
He's a Legend player. I was going to say, let us know where you're watching from right now, and if you have any questions for Kevin, what do you got? Right?
Yeah, someone was just wondering a possibility of any of the Team Allison tractors coming out.
I have not been in contact with them. They were in contact with Tom Lee, who runs the museum at Bowling Green. As far as I know, they only did as far as pulling with us, the Legends, they pulled in Bowling Green. I'm not sure. I can do some asking. We do have a board meeting this weekend, and I can do some asking on that to get some more information. And we'd love to see some of those iconic tractors like that. That one might even be from 69 or 70, those Allison team tractors like that. We'd love to have them with us.
Hey, what have been some of give me some of your coolest stories that you've heard from fans after watching you guys pull?
I think a lot of it, coolest stories are people coming up and they have a moment, deja vu or whatever, that they saw this tractor, in 74, 75, 76, and I remember this, and I never thought I'd get to see this again, and I brought my son and daughter or their kids or grandkids, and now we're 3 or 4 generations, down the line have come up and talked to us. My tractor, Spirit of 76, didn't run a lot after it was built for The owner that my dad was the mechanic for, Gaylord Zeckman was his name, was due mainly because of business. He farmed, and he also was an electrician and did a lot of grain bin, wiring grain bins and and time just didn't allow for it. But when they did go, they were pretty serious, and my tractor got third in 1975 at Louisville, and I have the trophy. It got second in 1976, and I have the trophy, and it got first in 1977 at Louisville, and I have that trophy as well. I have all three of them. Yeah, so it's it's just a piece of pulling history that you can't replace. I'm just fortunate to be able to grow up around it and have those trophies still in my possession.
Well, we're grateful, you and all your buddies that are helping do this, rescuing these tractors, out of barns and graveyards, basically, and they've done a good job of restoring them, and it's been a lot of fun to see it again. I mean, it just shows a different spot, especially to the younger fans, Kevin. They have no idea where this all started. So
right, it was certainly different back then, that's for sure.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Well, this is good. I mean, we thank you for doing this tonight, Kevin. We'll share this out to the Legend page, and we're definitely going to do this again. And please, text me or call me, when you have a poll coming up that you want to promote. We'll get you on Let's Grow Polling on Monday nights, or we could even do impromptu stuff like this. It's no big deal. And then we can do this live right on the Legends page, Kevin.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We got the poll here coming up at Sullivan's a week from Friday and Saturday, and then the next one I think is in Ada, Ohio, which is actually where the Bossy tractor, 4-engine tractor, was built, and that's May 19th. So that's our next pull after that, and then the following month would be Bart's pull there.
If you don't mind, Ryan, let's end this session on Beer Money. Let's go live quick with him on the Legends page.
Okay.
Because I'm an admin on that page, and we can just Kevin, just stay with us.
Okay.
We'll go live on the Legends page for a few minutes and just talk about it, and I think that'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
Thanks for doing this. Go ahead and stop.
So we're
good
going
night,
to switch over.
everybody.
Yep.
We'll switch over to the National NTPL.
Yes.
National Tractor Pulling Legends.